of like?
You'll have to roll a perception check for that.
Will do. I do.
No, you don't notice shit.
Hmm. Uh,
Did somebody asked if how far the walls went up?
Yeah, how high do the roofs above us, the ceiling, sorry?
They go high enough that the light coming from the door does not penetrate the ceiling. And you notice, Drew, as the further and further north you get, the darker and darker it gets. You're losing light from the door.
Okay, I
Alright.
think I have something that casts light. Where is it?
mm.
Okay, I do Sun's Glow. It's my at-will minor. Target sheds bright light that fills its space in squares within 4 squares of it. The light lasts 1 hour.
Okay, so you're going to do that, and I guess you're going to follow Drew along.
Yeah.
Then? Okay, Drew, as Denora approaches, you notice something horrific. The light that she's emitting starts lighting up the walls, and you start noticing that the heads, the decapitated heads of what appear to be guards who are stationed here, are now firmly implanted in spikes embedded into the wall, in a chaotic, almost random, hectic, and angry fashion.
This is quite macabre. This is. Oh, jeez. This is just dreadful.
Robo-sketch.
Sorry.
It wasn't just me then.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think there's much that we can do other than keep on pressing forward. I'm just going to.
So you guys are just going to keep walking along until what?
Well,
I want people to keep behind, so Nick, come on.
All right. Well, we could do this, but you basically notice the same thing as you circle the tower. You notice that the heads are all impacted into the wall with spikes. And there are a lot of them. Most of them are guards. Some of them don't appear to be guards. They just appear to be either victims from outside or God knows where. You manage to walk around the entire outer perimeter of the tower without finding a single door when you finally make your way back to the front entrance of the tower.
This was productive. I'm going to be back at the entrance. Well, this was certainly productive, but this leaves me completely confused because
Well, obviously there's some way to get into this tower that
We just can't find it.
yes.
I want to examine the heads on the wall.
Okay.
scream at you. Ah.
Well,
One of them,
kinda
called
won't
Murray,
do
has a conversation with you.
Well, hi there.
He mistakes you for a man called Guybrush.
Anyway, does my light illuminate the ceiling? Can I actually see the ceiling now?
No, this tower goes up way too far for your light to illuminate that far. In fact, you could estimate that it goes up. This tower goes up for at least 20 stories from what you saw from the outside.
No, the ceiling above me is literally the height of the tower.
You estimate that.
This
Alright,
is a
well-
guard tower. A non-magic user must be
Yes.
be able to get in here.
I agree. So that means a few things. Either there's structures that are destroyed, but I don't think we noticed anything like that. Or, well, the wall John's looking at was constructed during the conflict. Or something. Because I couldn't see any way to get deeper into this tower. This wouldn't be a very useful guard tower if this was as far as you could get in.
Do we notice anything different from the rocks the bricks that the outside of the tower are made of, and the bricks that the wall that we can't penetrate are made out of? Are they the same?
They appear to be the same.
Well,
Or
it seems
similar,
to be-
of similar style. I mean, it's it's not cobblestone, but it seems to be cobbled
Yeah.
together. Yeah.
This seems to be in the design of the tower itself. So there must be some sort of way. There must be some sort of hole, some sort of brick to push, or something.
I'm going to examine the inner wall. And I'm going to do both an Arcana check and a Perception check. I want to see if there's anything magical about it, and also looking for any sort of secret thingy. Arcana check, 23. Perception, 19.
Oh, you bastard. Alright, so you start looking at the wall. Dother looks at the wall and hums quizzically to himself. He appears to have found something interesting about this wall in that while it physically exists and it's not an illusion, it's certainly magical. Something about this wall is not right. This wall appears to be placed here magically. The wall's real. He's determined that with his perception check. But this wall is not a natural, or it wasn't built with this tower. It was certainly put here with magic.
I think that there's going to be something beyond this wall.
Something imprisoned, obviously.
Imprisoned or hidden, I mean. But the question is, how do we get past this wall to even see what's beyond the other side? This is confusing and perplexing at the same time.
If the devils are mobilizing into each tower, then they obviously are doing this to each tower. Obviously, something is hidden in these walls that obviously are going to connect. Obviously, he says fourth time.
Obviously. It's so obvious.
It's so obvious.
That's so obvious.
Well, we could go for plan A and see how thick this wall is.
You're suggesting just digging through until we break through? What if... Well...
I don't think digging is an option when these are fucking solid-ass bricks. I can hit it with my magic mace. Magic plus magic equals something.
I'm not sure this is a good idea.
I mean, Dother, can you determine any way of removing this through... Well any means of...
I'm going to go ahead and assume that that's probably beyond my character's ability.
What was your character again?
He's an invoker.
Yeah, your character can't... he's not going to be able to exactly remove this spell at level 3, no.
Well...
Just on a whim, no.
Okay, well...
Well, we can either continue investigating for a way to try and get beyond the wall, or we could just report our findings, because it seems quite strange that there's nothing really going on here.
No, there is nothing really going on here, and that either means that they've moved on or there's something here that we aren't seeing that, well, we can't really do much about right now. So, I don't like the look of this one bit at all.
Either way, this is now an impregnable fortress for all we can see.
If the wall itself is brought here magical, then it stands to reason the doorway is magical too. It may not be something we can see by examining the wall itself, but perhaps checking it in a more magical fashion might help.
Checking it in a more magical fashion. Well,
yes.
I mean, the only person who I think is even equipped to do that is Dother, and I don't know if you have any ideas in that realm.
Sorry, nope.
So,
okay.
I don't think I do. Do I? Tell me, Jason. I feel dumb right now.
Well, no, what I'm thinking is we're poking the wall and trying to see if there's any switches, levers, and that sort of thing physical, but there might be magical switches.
Right.
Yeah.
Triggering such things.
I mean, I could try investigating the wall further, but I'm not sure what that'd turn up.
I don't want to give it away. I mean, I
will
kind of have to figure it out on our own.
I will attempt to study the wall further, magically and such.
Magically.
I didn't even do as well as I did the first time. So.
Right, well.
You stared damn hard at the wall, and you start. Dother is lost in this world of what this wall is and how it was brought here. It's almost as much as a mystery as the pyramids or Stonehenge are to us.
Aliens built the inner wall.
I'm gonna do because okay, are the heads that we came across, are they only on the inner wall, or are they on the inner wall and outer wall?
They're only on the outer wall, not the inner wall.
Oh, it's the other way around. So they're facing. So
they're facing. They're on the outside wall, and they're facing in towards the magical wall.
because I was almost suggesting removing the head from the walls, as if maybe that is being some sort of conduit, or unfortunately that means handling quite a large number of disembodied heads. So
It's worth a go.
I don't. It's not. I make sure my gloves are on tight before I move on with. I mean,
so what are you gonna do?
I don't want to try.
I
don't
take
want to
no.
go with this
I
idea.
take no part in this business.
No, let's not handle. all
Wait,
stuff
hold
like
on. Your solution for getting rid of the magical wall is to remove heads on spikes?
I don't know what the source of the magic is for this.
Yeah, it's like pulling the plug.
Plan on selling the heads afterwards? What are you gonna
I'm
do?
keeping him.
No,
Play football.
the idea was if they were the source of what was causing the wall to be actually formed, removing them would, or at least removing one of them would interrupt whatever magic was being set through them to keep the wall in place. So,
Dother, during your staring at the wall, you come up with a bit of insight. You suspect that there is a way to enter this wall. However, you are a little concerned as to what might be on the other side, because it suddenly hits you, thanks to your nice natural perception, that there was large plumes of black smoke coming from the top of this tower.
You mean during the battle?
When you
right
were looking
now.
at it.
No, now.
Oh.
As in, so it's not like. So it wouldn't. It's not like burning smoke. It's more like foundry smoke.
No, it's burning smoke, but there was a lot of it coming out.
For all intents and purposes, this is now a chimney stack.
Kinda.
I'm in favor of us returning now.
I think we should report our findings, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to
Very
take
well.
any heads for souvenirs?
Inside this tower, it's another tower.
hey, you know what? I'm trying to think of ideas. I'm trying to think laterally. So, shut up.
So your plan is to report your findings of a wall inside a tower?
We need something more.
Smoke breathing.
Well,
I mean,
perhaps, I suppose we have to figure out where the armies went, but I
Yeah.
really don't want to just kind of come across them.
Shall we just go scout around the outside, see if there's anything there?
Say that again?
Shall we go scout around the outside and see if there's anything there?
the outside perimeter of the tower
Yeah.
might be better than nothing. So, yes, that should be fine.
So you're going to scout the outside perimeter of the tower?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's going to lead? Who's going to follow?
I shall lead.
I'll follow John.
And
I'll
we'll
be-
go south.
Okay, what are you looking for specifically? You're just going to look around.
Yeah, just anything, because we've only seen this like one side / door.
All right, roll a perception check, Don.
Doopy doopy doop. 21.
Okay. You noticed that there are basically arrow slits throughout the tower, but you didn't notice on the inside any way to sort of get up to them. It seems to be a defensive tower. As you walk around the outside, you notice some parts are sunk. Some parts of the land are more sunken than others, but the tower remains fairly rigid and straight up, as if you'd expect it to be leaning towards one side, but it doesn't lean at all. You finally make your way around the tower back to the door and just sort of look around.
There's not much else.
Climb the arrow slits.
Yeah, actually, about those, I want to just nip back inside and look up, see if I can actually see any daylight coming through from what would be those arrow slits.
It's nighttime, so.
Oh, is it? Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry, did I not mention that you took a shitload of time to do this?
No.
Well, you'd still just see moonlight or something, surely.
Right.
You'd
Well,
expect to.
Well, you expect to underneath the smoke.
Underneath the smoke. And
and smoke is still pluming out of the tower, isn't it?
I guess plume would be the wrong word. I mean, it's coming out of the tower.
I don't know. I still my gut tells me that figuring out what's immediately behind this wall wouldn't be a bad idea, but
But if it's still if smoke is still coming from it, and it has been 10 days